Kenya, like many nations across Africa, has a prison system that remains hidden from the public eye. But behind these walls lies a brutal reality, a world filled with pain, regret, survival, and in some cases, corruption. While some view prison as a place of rehabilitation, for many Kenyan inmates, it's a place of fear, overcrowding, and inhumane conditions. In this video, we count down the top 10 most dangerous prisons in Kenya, exploring the terrifying realities faced by thousands of prisoners every day. Some of these names you may have heard, others might shock you. 10. GK Prison Naivasha. Naivasha Maximum Security Prison is one of the largest prisons in Kenya, located in Nakuru County. Although it doesn't always make headlines like Kamiti or Shimo Tewa, it houses hundreds of dangerous criminals, including murderers and repeat offenders. The prison is known for its strict rules, harsh conditions, and limited access to outside communication. Reports from former inmates reveal that violence is common and that food shortages make life extremely difficult. Despite the prison's efforts to introduce rehabilitation programs, many inmates complain of inhumane treatment, long hours in confinement, and systemic neglect. The prison is overcrowded and often suffers from lack of sanitation, making diseases easy to spread. The environment is tense and the survival mentality is deeply rooted among inmates. 9. Embu GK Prison. Embu Prison is infamous not just for its poor living conditions, but for the severe overcrowding that has pushed it far beyond its intended capacity. Inmates at Embu face deteriorating infrastructure, dirty water, and a lack of medical attention. Many prisoners are forced to sleep on cold floors, and meals are barely enough to keep them energized. Embu has also been criticized for the slow judicial process. Many prisoners spend years behind bars without being officially convicted. This kind of psychological pressure, combined with the tough daily life, makes it one of the most feared prisons in the central region of Kenya. 8. Nairobi West Prison. This lesser-known prison is home to both minor and serious offenders. Though not a maximum security facility, Nairobi West Prison has built a reputation for poor hygiene, cramped conditions, and excessive force by wardens. Corruption is reportedly rampant, with some inmates paying bribes to get basic needs like access to medicine or improved living quarters. The prison has had little investment in infrastructure, and in many cases, cells are dimly lit, humid, and filled beyond their limits. The emotional toll this prison takes on its inmates is severe, with many emerging more traumatized than reformed. 7. Kissi Prison. Located in Kissi County, this prison is known for harsh discipline, overpopulation, and understaffing. The guards have been accused multiple times of mistreatment, and access to education or vocational training is very limited. Kissi Prison mostly houses male offenders, many of whom are young and come from low-income communities. The lack of rehabilitation opportunities increases the risk of re-offending upon release. With minimal health care and extreme congestion, disease outbreaks are common, including skin infections, respiratory problems, and stomach-related illnesses due to poor hygiene and contaminated food. 6. GK Prison Minyani. Minyani is located along the Mombasa-Nairobi Highway, near Tsavo National Park. The prison was originally used during the colonial era to detain Mau Mau freedom fighters. Today, it serves as a maximum security prison for some of Kenya's most dangerous criminals. The prison is surrounded by miles of wilderness, making escape nearly impossible. Conditions inside are extremely harsh. Heat, isolation, poor ventilation, and a lack of proper health care make it one of the toughest places to serve a sentence. The prison's remote location means family visits are rare, and inmates often feel abandoned and forgotten. 5. Kodiaga Prison, Kisumu. Kodiaga Prison, based in western Kenya, is notorious for overcrowding and violence. Housing more inmates than it was designed for, Kodiaga has become a nightmare for many who enter. The lack of beds forces some prisoners to sleep sitting up or on top of each other. Riots and fights among prisoners are not uncommon, especially during mealtime or when resources are stretched too thin. Many prisoners have reported being beaten by wardens, while others have accused the administration of neglecting those with serious illnesses. The prison has limited educational programs and virtually no psychological support for inmates suffering from trauma. 4. Industrial Area Remand Prison, Nairobi. This prison holds those awaiting trial, but the conditions are as bad, if not worse, than most maximum security facilities. Some detainees have been held for over 5 years without being sentenced, leading to deep frustration and mental health issues. The facility is extremely congested and unsanitary. Many inmates share beds or sleep on bare floors. Disease spreads quickly, and the prison has been repeatedly accused of violating basic human rights. Corruption is a major issue here. Those who can afford to pay bribes are often given preferential treatment, while the poor suffer in silence. 3. Lang'ata Women's Prison. Lang'ata is Kenya's largest women's prison and holds both minor and major offenders. The stories from inside are heartbreaking. Women are often denied sanitary pads, and healthcare is extremely limited. Pregnant inmates sometimes give birth without professional medical help. Mothers live with their babies in overcrowded cells, raising them in an environment that lacks safety and basic hygiene. The psychological impact is devastating. Some women come in with trauma, only for that trauma to be magnified behind bars. Although some NGOs have tried to bring reform through empowerment programs, Lang'ata remains a deeply difficult and dangerous place for women. 2. Shimo Tewa Prison, Mombasa. This is one of Kenya's oldest and most feared prisons. Located in the coastal city of Mombasa, Shimo Tewa houses terrorists, hardcore criminals, and drug traffickers. Inmates are confined to small cells for most of the day, and heat from the coastal weather makes the situation unbearable. Hygiene is poor, leading to frequent disease outbreaks. Inmates are often isolated for long periods, causing mental breakdowns. Shimo Tewa has seen escape attempts, violent protests, and several high-profile security breaches over the years. For many prisoners, the worst part is the sense of complete abandonment from society. 1. Kamiti Maximum Security Prison, Nairobi. Kamiti is not just the most dangerous prison in Kenya. It is one of the most notorious in Africa. Built in the 1950s, it has become the face of Kenya's prison system. Kamiti houses Kenya's death row inmates, terrorists, high-profile criminals, and others deemed too dangerous for regular facilities. Over the years, Kamiti has been exposed for illegal operations run from inside the prison, including fraud, cybercrime, and torture. Inmates have described living in cells with 20 or more people, lacking clean water, and enduring physical abuse. Several scandals have rocked Kamiti, including leaked videos of beatings and bribery schemes involving prison guards. Despite some attempts at reform, such as the introduction of education programs and a music studio, Kamiti remains the ultimate symbol of Kenya's broken prison system. Kenya's prison system is a reflection of larger systemic issues, poverty, corruption, and a struggling justice system. These 10 prisons represent the harsh realities faced by thousands of people every day. While some believe that prisons are places of justice, the stories we've uncovered show that in Kenya, they can also be places of deep suffering. But with awareness, reform is possible. And as citizens, it's our responsibility to demand better, not just for prisoners, but for the society we all live in.